Hey, my name is Joshua Holm with Dust of the Earth, and in this video I just want to explain how you can get to the bottom of your health issues and find the answers that you're looking for using hair tissue mineral analysis. Hair tissue mineral analysis is a beautiful tool that shows you not only the levels of your minerals and your heavy metals, your toxic metals, but it also, if you know how to interpret it, can show you all kinds of things like psychological propensities, parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system dominances, and how fast or slow your oxidation rate is, how fast or slow your each of your adrenals or your thyroid is, as well as how well you're doing with blood sugar regulation, how many maybe you should be eating less carbs, maybe you should be eating more carbs. It tells you a lot about yourself in this way, because all of those things may seem secondary or tertiary to you, but all of those things are extremely important, are primary for understanding yourself and health. Like, for instance, if you're a slow oxidizer, then you're sort of sluggish at creating energy. You tend to have a body constitution that tends to gain weight at the bottom. Your hands and feet are cold. You're more likely to feel burned out, overwhelmed. Have a hard time, gaining the energy that you feel like you need to do the things that you want to do. You're more likely to be depressed, and constipated, and a whole list of other symptoms to go along with slow oxidation. Whereas in fast, it's like you want to go 90 miles per hour on the freeway. You're constantly running out of gas, and your hands and feet are hot. You tend to be hot-headed. You want to go. You're always wanting to have sex. You're eating more. Your bowels tend to be more loose. Your bowel movements tend to be more loose. And so what we want to do in mineral balancing is what we specialize in, is balancing the oxidation rate using electrolytes. Because for a slow oxidizer, they tend to have an elevated calcium and magnesium, the slower minerals. Whereas the fast oxidizer tends to have a elevated sodium and potassium, the more throttle and fuel minerals. And so we know how to balance that out so you can optimize your energy. Then we can see things with your zinc and your copper, as far as how your hormones are doing, how your mentality is, your immune system. We can see blood sugar rate regulation with the calcium to magnesium ratio. And we could see if you're super stressed out. We could see if you're super burned out. We could see all kinds of things. So I love hair tissue mineral analysis because it gave me this. I mean, deciding I want to get healthy is a sort of a nebulous step in a journey, because you at first you have sort of naive notions of what getting healthy means, because once you put one foot in front of the other, you kind of notice that some things are not so straightforward. Like, maybe you think that getting healthy means exercising. So you're exercising constantly and you start to look better, you start to get more toned, you start to get more endurance and everything. But then you're noticing gut issues or brain fog, or you're noticing that you're crashing, or maybe you're noticing that you're aging. And so you start looking at diets. So you go from one diet to the next, trying to figure out all these different things, but you're not sure what's happening in you as far as food tolerances and metabolism, and how to sort of manage these digestive issues, whether or not you should eat more meat or more carbs, more fermented foods. And there's just all of these things to navigate, and it can be extremely burdensome on the person. And it's because everyone is different. And the bio-individuality makes it so that you actually have to become extremely intuitive, and that can be hard to lean on, just your own intuition, because sometimes something will feel really good for a while, but then eventually you either plateau or it makes you imbalanced in another way. And so the hair mineral analysis actually gives us a pretty clear understanding of what minerals you should be taking, what vitamins you should be taking, what kind of diet would be better for you. We can see things like whether or not somebody has a really, really low absorption of minerals, which would indicate to us that there's gut issues. And so they might consider taking huge amounts of enzymes. They might consider raising their stomach acid using HCl, maybe doing a parasite cleanse if that's necessary. But with this, you can see all kinds of things, like if you have elevated lead and low calcium, then you definitely have a lead toxicity, which can cause all kinds of problems. Arsenic, mercury, aluminum, thallium, tin, uranium, and each one of these have their own specialty in creating damage in your body. And so you want to screen for those things. And I would say over pretty much every test, the amino acids test, the 23andMe, serum, vitamin and mineral levels, just checking the blood. The problem with checking the blood is that it's a homeostatic fluid that maintains itself regardless of what's in the cells and in the tissues. So the blood shows you what's in the blood at that moment, at that time. So you might show that you have a high potassium, but maybe you ate a banana earlier that day, and it doesn't show you the full level of what's in the body. It just shows you what's in the blood at that time. And so hair tissue mineral analysis is much, much more accurate and shows you a broader picture over a longer period of time. Because you're looking at a small 3/4 of an inch of hair is about 3 months of what's going on with the tissue levels of all of these minerals. And so I just wanted to quickly impart that to you. If you're thinking about getting a hair tissue mineral analysis, reach out to me. I have extremely low prices. But either way, ask me questions. I'd be glad to send you a free sample report and what that looks like. So thanks for watching. God bless you.